Speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Smith checked in for Cleveland. Here's Iguodala, and J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. And it's LeBron in for Shumpert. And it's Speights with the rebound. Speights has got his 3rd rebound tonight. And stolen by Love. And right as the buzzer sounded, he just dunked it right down. Wow!
And how about the use of that final possession? Perfect.
It's real simple. When you get that close.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Cavaliers ahead, up by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the 3rd quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough personal foul.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Speights in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Barnes passes to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
Curry kicks to Speights. Here's Barnes. Tries again. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for your Warriors.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Thompson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft, and Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
Back to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
The shot's good from Love.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Now, you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Warriors trailed by 6. Green dishes to Barnes. Buries it from 3-point range. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter. Thompson passes to Dellavedova, and he gets it to go.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. The Warriors have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first.
Outstanding foul shooting in this game, and that confidence can be infectious. They're taking care of business on the charity stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
LeBron kicks to Love. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 9 points for Kevin Love.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And we've reached the end of the third. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at center. Barnes dishes to Spates. Shot no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. And it looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
And Cleveland making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. Spates kicks to Green. Pass to Barnes. From deep three-point range. And James pulls it down. Releases. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Curry gets the bucket.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range, Greg. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
And the rejection by James. Spates the pass to Thompson. They grab their own miss. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Irving drives in. And Thompson throws it down.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
6 to shoot. Green, the screen. Pass to Spates. And there's Green on the assist from Spates. And that's now 7 points for Draymond Green. And the Cavaliers call time here. They're up by 5. 107 left in the fourth quarter. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He said, listen, fellas, I know you're tired, but we can't coast. We've got to go harder. The win's in sight. We've got to power through it and go get it. Guys, pretty inspirational stuff.
And Cleveland making a change here. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Jones comes in for James. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Left side, Curry. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the 3 and be the 3 if that's going to happen.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they got to try to manage it.
And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. From deep. Back to Thompson. Buries it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. And now they foul and stop the clock. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the 3-pointer.
So it's an